Iran has sounded a chilling warning to the United States amid heightened tensions between the two countries. Iran Armed Forces Chief of Staff, Major General Syed Abdolrahim Mousavi, has asked Trump to think twice before taking any military action against Tehran. Mousavi said, and I quote, "If Trump really wants war, why does he bring up the issue of negotiation? Iran will give a lesson to Trump in case of waging a war that he will not forget." The Iranian general's remark comes as the U.S. has carried out massive military deployments near Iran. The U.S. military has deployed USS Gerald R. Ford, the world's largest aircraft carrier, to the Middle East. Trump has also hinted at a regime change in Iran, saying that would be the best thing to happen.
They've already started.
Do you want regime change in Iran?
Well, it seems like that would be the best thing that could happen. For 47 years, they've been talking and talking and talking. In the meantime, we've lost a lot of lives while they talk, and legs blown off, arms blown off, faces blown off. It's been going on for a long time, so let's see what happens. In the meantime, we have tremendous power has arrived, and additional power, as you know, another carrier is going out shortly. So we'll see it how if we could get it settled for once and for all, that would be good.
Iran and the United States will hold a second round of talks over Tehran's nuclear program next week, the Swiss Foreign Ministry said. Oman, which welcomed the first round of indirect talks on February 6th, will host the talks in Geneva. Iran has insisted its nuclear program is for peaceful purposes. However, its officials increasingly threaten to pursue a nuclear weapon. Before the June war, Iran had been enriching uranium up to 60% purity, a short technical step away from weapons-grade levels. Iran has said it is ready to compromise on its nuclear program if Washington is ready to discuss lifting sanctions on the Muslim nation.
Iran made a hard concession as U.S. wants a deal on its nuclear program. Iran's Deputy Foreign Minister, Majid Ravanchi, made an offer to the United States in an interview to the BBC. He said that Tehran is ready to compromise on its nuclear program if Washington is ready to discuss lifting sanctions on the Muslim nation. Remember, Iran denies seeking to acquire nuclear weapons, but has enriched uranium to levels that have no peaceful application. It has also obstructed international inspectors from checking its nuclear facilities after the 12-day June war and further expanded its ballistic missile capabilities. Ravanchi said that the ball is in America's court to prove that they want to do a deal. When asked whether Tehran would agree for its highly enriched uranium to be shipped out of Iran, the official says it is too early to say what will happen in the course of negotiations. The Iranian official also reiterated that Tehran's ballistic missile program is not up for discussion. U.S. President Donald Trump has also been pressing Tehran of a possible regime change. Ravanchi said, "We are not hearing that in the private messages." Meanwhile, Iran and U.S. officials will meet for second round of nuclear discussions next week in Switzerland's Geneva. Some reports suggest that the talks will take place on February 17th. However, an official confirmation is awaited. Oman, which hosted the first round of indirect talks on February 6th, will host the talks in Geneva, the Swiss Foreign Ministry informed. Trump has repeatedly threatened to use military force to pressure Iran into agreeing to limits on its nuclear program, warning that Washington will not allow Tehran to continue expanding its activities. Iran, in turn, has said it would retaliate with its own strikes if attacked. Trump has also issued threats linked to Iran's deadly crackdown on recent nationwide protests. On Friday, Trump said the USS Gerald Ford, the world's largest aircraft carrier, was being deployed from the Caribbean to the Middle East to reinforce the U.S. military buildup in the region. He also remarked that a change in Iran's leadership would be the best thing that could happen.
A Amid an unprecedented military buildup near Iran, the U.S. is gearing up for a lengthy military standoff against the Islamic Republic. Reuters, citing 2 U.S. officials, reported that Washington is positioning for potential sustained military operations against Iran. The U.S. officials said that American military is preparing for weeks-long operations against Iran if President Donald Trump orders an attack. The potential U.S. and Iran war is feared to become a far more serious conflict this time than previously seen between the countries. It comes as U.S. dispatched second aircraft carrier to the Middle East. USS Gerald R. Ford, world's largest aircraft carrier, is on its way to the highly volatile region. The warship's deployment also adds thousands more troops along with fighter aircraft, guided missile destroyers, and other firepower capable of waging attacks and defending against them. U.S. officials said on Friday the Pentagon was sending an additional aircraft carrier to the Middle East, adding thousands more troops along with fighter aircraft, guided missile destroyers, and other firepower capable of waging attacks and defending against them. Not diving much deeper into the specifics, the U.S. officials said that planning underway is more complex this time. In a sustained campaign, the U.S. military could hit Iranian state and security facilities, not just nuclear infrastructure. On the preparations for a potentially sustained U.S. military operation, the White House spokesperson Anna Kelly told Reuters that President Trump has all options on the table with regard to Iran. He listens to a variety of perspectives on any given issue, but makes the final decision based on what is best for our country and national security. Trump, speaking to U.S. troops on Friday at a base in North Carolina, said it had been difficult to make a deal with Iran. He said, "Sometimes you have to have fear. That's the only thing that really will get the situation taken care of."